Well, there's a lot of people inside this Wuxi Sports Centre. There'll be a lot of noise from Table 1, where Deng Junhui, the local hero, is in action. But these two have just got to shut all that out. Marco Fu against Nigel Bond for a place in the last 32 of the Wuxi Classic. As I say, Joe, a lot of experience between these two. This could be a tight match.
Yes, there is a lot of experience. Both very good safety players, aren't they? Nigel Bond, 47 now. Doing well to still be there at 47. Marco Fu, not a spring chicken though, at 35. Just seems like 2 minutes since he started. Marco Fu, great player, great break builder. Marco Fu, 288 century breaks. Nigel Bond himself is in the 100 break class.
He's looked after himself. He's never been a wild man of the sport, Nigel, and it's a secret of his longevity. Oh dear, can't afford too many of those though.
Now played it with a lot of left-hand side to create the angle to come onto the red here. And if he is on the red, it's easy enough to bust the pack of reds off the black. As David said, he can't afford to miss those type of shots. Now, all depends on this shot, how the ball's split. Needs a kiss. And that's not worked out too badly.
Well, he's not one to back away. That's why he's had so many century breaks. He likes to get stuck in, get scoring as quickly as possible. Always a difficult player, I think, to predict, Marco. He pretty inconsistent. When he plays well, he plays really well. But if it's not there, then it's not going to happen for him. And you can usually tell early on in a match how it's going to go. So this first frame might tell us quite a lot.
Yes, I think he just tried to hit the reds there above the black, stay on that red to the left corner. May have to come round the back of the black here. No, he can hold it. Well, not a particularly good safe positional shot there from Marco Fu. Wanted to be straight on this red to the left corner. Not sure if he can play the cannon to the red to hold for the pink or black. But if not, then easy enough to play for the blue. Oh, he's overcut it. So an easy miss from both players. Nigel with the black and Marco with the red there.
Crowd got very excited before it all started with Deng playing, and referee there just asking a couple of people just to settle a bit. Snooker's actually one of the few sports where you don't need to warm the crowd up. If anything, the opposite. Because of course you've got to be reasonably quiet.
Well, that was again a little bit of a nervous shot there from Nigel Bond. He was a bit close to the ball, but still expecting him to pop that. Wanted a fuller ball kiss on the blue, which should have left him nicely on the black. So just a safety shot. Trying to hide that red in that's closest to the balk line. And looks like he's managed to do that. Well, he chose to play down this end of the table. I felt he could have had a go at this red into the right corner. Wasn't going to be leaving anything, but he has left a chance for Marco Fu. And as David said earlier, sometimes you get the feeling that if Marco starts well and he's in that frame of mind, he can beat anybody, but he hasn't started well.
It's almost as if sort of the nerviness is contagious. I think Bond has just been a bit twitchy on a couple, and maybe that's transferred to Fu. First frame, of course. Tough match this for Fu. He's the seeded player, the higher ranked player of the two, but he's not playing some young kid who's going to freeze rabbit light in the headlights. He's playing someone who has been in a world final, won the British Open, been as high as 5 in the world. Yes, the name's Bond, Nigel Bond, and last season he won the World Seniors Championship, beat some real old stagers in that, Dennis Taylor, Tony Knowles, Darren Morgan, and in the final, Tony Chappell. Marco Fu's best performance last season. He got to the final of the German Masters in Berlin, lost out 9-6 to Ali Carter. Also got to the second round of the World Championship where Judd Trump beat him 13-7.
Didn't intend the double kiss. Now can Marco Fu be tempted by the red, by the green? No guarantee of position if he takes it on. He's missed the balls there. He was just trying to skim off them thin, try and come in behind the blue.
Well, I know Marco wears contact lenses when he's playing. Maybe they need a wipe.
Well, if he just rolls into the reds, he could be in deep trouble next shot. And that's why he's playing this red by the blue spot. He recognised the danger. Well, it was very close, and so was the green. Well, I'm sure he expected to hit the reds there. Found the gap between them. And a little unfortunate to going off in the middle pocket. And this is a chance now for Nigel Bond. Now may be able to push this red over the right corner pocket. Just trickle the green in. Well, he's pushed it over the left corner, but and that will do. Pink may be available into the left middle. And he might be able to leave this in such a way as to play the cannon to the four reds. Don't think he's pulled that cue ball back enough. Needed to come back another inch. I think he's just about hard enough to come onto the brown. And he's got a nice angle on the brown to be able to go into those four reds. Not too hard. And not quite thick enough. Needed a fuller ball contact.
Well, it's been nip and tuck so far, a few mistakes on either side. Marco Fu, coached in Hong Kong by Wayne Griffiths, who son of Terry Griffiths, former world champion. Of course, Terry advises a lot of players, most notably, of course, at the end of last season, Barry Hawkins, who got to the world final. I wonder if he taught him that one.
Yeah, as I was just about to say. He played a good cue ball though, and that's what he did play. Didn't play the pot, but a chance to play a good safety or snooker. Landing up behind the yellow and using the brown. Looks favourite. He could land up behind the green, but his touch would have to be good. Well, again, he didn't play that. He played the safety. And he's got a pretty good shot. Got to be careful of the double kiss here.
Well, I don't know if the noise put him off there, but there was a loud clatter from somewhere.
Well, he'd have still played the same shot, and the double kiss was always on, and he found it. So a chance now for Nigel Bond.
It's a huge arena. This is 6 tables, and there are a lot of people in this evening. Yes, Nigel's considering playing for the pink, and if one of those 2 reds goes, it may have been worth playing for them. Hard to tell from this commentary position if that red does go to the right corner. It looks like it does, but he's right behind the shot. I think he'd played to disturb them, and he hasn't played it well. Well, he came very close there to being right up behind that pink.
Well, can he see them? I'm not so sure if he can. He would have just played off them by now, surely. It must be very tight, this. The problem is, even if he can see them, he's going to be leaving a shot on to the right corner. He can't hide the cue ball behind the yellow. Needed to get that cue ball closer to the cushion. He's left a chance at this red. not sure what he played there. I think he may have played the pot. If he played the safety, well, he's caught it all wrong. He's got no option here but to play the cannon to the red. And he just doesn't know how he's going to connect to it. He'd love to be able to screw past the red, play the cannon to the pink, which would leave him on the red, but I don't think he's got the angle to play that shot. No, it's just the cannon. But he's given himself a chance here. Wouldn't need the pink or black. If this red goes in, chance of winning this frame. Well, I don't think he played the double in, especially at that speed, but I think he's been fortunate getting the snooker. Very nearly dropped in. Well, what a great chance now for Nigel Bond to take this first frame.
Yes, Marco Fu has not looked too impressive, frankly, in this frame, which is a concern for the reasons I stated earlier. He's going to need the green and the brown. Well, it's taken a few chances, but it looks like Nigel Bond is going to win this opening frame. If you've been watching snooker a while, I know you'll find it hard to believe that he's one of the oldest players on the circuit now, Nigel, but he is at the age of 47. Still a tough match player, and he's won the opening frame here. Marco Fu did have a few chances, but it's the Englishman who claims first blood here in Wuxi. 1-0 he leads. We're back very shortly with frame 2.